Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Neil RC. Appreciate everybody watching. So what we got here today is the Legendary GRANDO. I'm not going to do a unboxing on this or anything. If you do want to see an unboxing on this, Adventure Time RC did a excellent unboxing on this guy right here. So this was a Amazon Prime Day purchase, and it was $95 and some change. But some good things about it. But there's particularly, just on my opinion, I wouldn't say more bad things about it, but it's let's just say I'm glad I only paid $95 for this. It has some good features. It has a working winch. It's got lights up on the roof rack up here. It does have liquid filled shocks in there. The only issue is there's not a ton of articulation. That's about the extent of the articulation right there. So not, I don't know if you can see that, sorry to get my arm right in front of the camera. Not a terrible amount of articulation in there. It does have metal links. It does have a steel frame chassis. Brush motor. It does have a 2-speed transmission, and I've already ran this a little bit for the past couple days. I've already had issues with the 2-speed transmission just not locking up. So it'll just sit there and spin and won't engage the drive. But anyway, we'll give it a run through here and see what it's like. But the first thing is I'm not a fan of the graphics on this truck. I think the body shape looks really good, but the graphics on this thing are just, I don't think there's anything uglier than that, to be honest with you. It looks like a murdered pumpkin. Anyway, and the options for this when looking on Amazon Prime on Prime Day was there was a very, I would say, nicer looking body. It was the same body, but it was just teal with white. So it had white, and then the rest was teal. It was simple. I don't know, the red and the orangish pink, I don't know, it just doesn't, I don't like it at all. But we will try and find a different body to go on this. But let's take a look on the inside here. The one thing I can say that is really nice about the brand, I guess, is their owner's manual. It's probably one of the best owner's manual that I've came across thus far. But a lot of the plastics on this thing are really flimsy. Even the chassis supports. I mean, you can just turn this thing. It doesn't have the greatest plastics, but it's pretty much on par for a lot of the trucks out there. So yeah, I can't say I'm terribly surprised, but I have had a couple issues with it. First thing was when I went to take out the battery was in the tray here. The tab just ripped right off of that thing. And yeah, and then the other issue I had was the 2-speed transmission here would either not engage, or it would just kind of get caught up in like a limbo, where it's kind of halfway in between the two speeds, and it would just sit there and grind, or the high speed wouldn't disengage, so it'll just stay in high speed. So I might have to look into adjusting the endpoints on this servo here, but I just haven't got that far with it yet. But The winch does work. It's not the strongest winch in the world, but it will get the job done. Definitely going to look into a better servo for the steering. It's pretty weak. It doesn't have a lot of steering angle on this. Has a lot to be desired as well. But again, an excellent video to watch on this is the Adventure Time RC did a really good unboxing video and everything for this. So I would say go watch his video if you want to watch an unboxing. But it does have all metal links. The drive shafts are plastic, axles are plastic. Steering angle is, like I said before, it's not that great. But anyway, I think we covered most of it here. It does come with a decent remote. So the remote that comes with this is this guy right here, and I'll show you here in just a second. So that is a Dumbo RC, and the reason I know that is because I had bought a Dumbo RC, and it is exactly the same thing, for the exception of this one has push buttons on top, where the other one has rotary knobs on top. But literally the identical controller for both of these guys. So, and the Dumbo RCs aren't a bad controller. So these are pretty decent controllers. But let's go ahead and get a battery in this thing and run it. All right, we got a battery in it, and we're gonna go ahead and try and give it a run. The tires on this thing don't feel bad. They feel kind of grippy, but I'm having some issues on getting it up pretty much any of my obstacles here. So we're gonna run this for just a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna throw on some decent tires here. So these are, excuse me by the way, these are Proline trenchers in the Predator compound, and these are on some aluminum wheels. The two fronts have brass weights. I don't know if you can see them right in there, but that's about it for brass. They do have Hello RC 3D printed inserts. So we're gonna run this guy the way it is, stock factory. Then we're just gonna throw on some different set of tires and give it another go. And I've already done this, and it's a night and day difference, but we'll see here anyway. And she's down. Now let's try out the 2-speed transmission on this guy real quick. That's one of the issues I was having with it. So I believe that's low speed right there. I believe that's low speed right there. Now we'll go to high speed. That's a little bit faster. But I've been having an issue when it goes from high speed back to low speed. It won't always engage, like it kind of hangs up, or it doesn't engage, it just spins and it won't do anything at all. But seems to be doing okay here right now. And then there's the regular speed. All right, back at it. Alright, let's try something else. I know it's not going to go up this, but gotta give it a try. But, you know, in all honesty, for $95, I really can't complain. It's definitely going to need some weight down low. But, well, let's come back over here. We'll do something that it can't do. Just so it's not all failures and one right after the other. I gotta say, I do like the tire squeal on the rocks. That's pretty cool. So again, not a ton of articulation on this thing. You'll see that right here. But it'll still climb a little bit. And roll a lot. See if we can make it up this way. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, we're kind of wedged in there. Feels so great. But there we go. Pretty sure we're not going to have much luck here, but give it a try. And the bumper tends to, the rear bumper tends to hang up on a lot of things. Okay. Anyway, let me get it in the shade here and we'll see the lights work. Alright, so we'll turn the lights on. There's the lights on the roof rack. And they're on channel 4 on the remote. So that's kind of cool. Although they could have done a little better job with the wiring, not tucking it on the inside of the body. They just tied it up on the roof rack. But anyway, let's throw some better tires on there and we'll run it again. Alright, we're back and we got the Proline trenchers on there in the Predator compound with some just aluminum wheels and some Hello RC 3D printed inserts, and see how much better this does than the stock tires that it came with. Sorry, I had to adjust the camera there right quick. So this is probably going to roll over backwards, but we'll take it nice and slow, see if we can't keep it on its wheels. There we go. All right. I have to hold the controller like way above my head to get this shot because it's so high, and I got the drop arm on this controller here. We'll see if it'll tumble. Looks like it's gonna tumble. Maybe not. All right. So this is on the 2S LiPo that it came with. It's not the greatest battery in the world. But it's the only battery that I have that has a Dean's connector on it. And this motor has a Dean's plug, so I got to use a battery with a Dean's connector on it. Look at the difference in just tires make. It's unbelievable. Drag brake on this has a lot to do with this tire. Yeah, it doesn't do too bad with some decent tires on this thing. The lack of drag brake is kind of an issue, but not the end of the world. No, for 95 bucks. So, not horrible. Other than that paint job. That paint job is horrible. Horrible. That's the ugliest thing I've ever seen, I think. Let's try this. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Good tires versus bad tires. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, now we're going to give the winch a try. Try out that winch on this thing. We're going to try and go up this without the winch. And I've got a little hook right now. I don't know if you can see it. It's in the shade, but there's a little hook right there that I can hook onto. But we're going to see if and how far this thing can make it up this thing. I don't think it has enough weight in the front because they put the battery in the back, so it wants to wheelie once it gets to a certain angle. Alright, time to pull out the winch. So the winch is the two buttons up on top of the controller. One's in, one's out. Hopefully I'm getting this on camera. So if you can see it now, because I got the red hook on it, but there's our little hook, our winch line. I'm going to try and drive this up and use the winch at the same time. So it's going to be a little tricky. Hope I'm getting this on camera here. That's about all the strength the winch has, but it works. I mean, it helped me get up there. Get that winch pulled back in there real quick. All right, we'll go up the ramp and come back down, and we'll call it at that, because I think it's getting pretty long already. Yeah, it looks like my ramp's about to fall apart here. I gotta fix some stuff. Gonna try it anyway, just cause why not? Oh, it's hanging up. It's gonna fall. There it goes. Ha. That's cool. You don't see that every day. All right, well, I guess we're calling it at that. Well, thanks for watching Neo RC. Appreciate the view, and we'll catch you next time.